The elderly man was surprised to find that his grandson's wife was pregnant with triplets, and the CEO, upon seeing the name on the report, was so shocked that he tore off his bracelet, all because he remembered that the girl from that night had the same name. 3 months ago, the girl was drugged and happened to run into the CEO. The CEO brought her to a room, and as he was about to leave, she held on to him. And just like that, the CEO spent the night with her. 2 months later, however, she found out she was pregnant. Coincidentally, she ran into the CEO's younger brother in the hospital hallway. The two accidentally switched their medical reports. After learning about the girl's pregnancy, the elderly man demanded his grandson bring the girl back. Unaware that the girl was planning to terminate the pregnancy, it turned out the girl's mother was gravely ill and needed $500,000 for surgery. Given her financial situation, she couldn't afford to raise a child. She planned to sell her house to raise the money for surgery. But when she returned home, she found the locks had been changed. She kept knocking on the door, and it was her aunt who finally answered. Her aunt showed her a property transfer contract, claiming the house was now hers. It was then that the girl realized that her aunt had taken the house while her mother was unconscious. She tried to tear up the contract, but her aunt snatched it back. They then feared her shouting would attract the neighbors, so they dragged her into the room. The aunt wanted to teach her a lesson, but her son stopped her. He suggested selling her as a wife to Mr. Liu, the neighbor. This way, he could earn a bride price. The girl knew Mr. Liu was old, ugly, and violent. She said she would never marry him, but they prepared to tie her up and take her to him anyway. Helpless, she revealed that she was pregnant. Her aunt slapped her right after hearing this. She began insulting both the girl and her mother. The girl didn't care about her insults. To her surprise, the man said they would take her to the hospital for an abortion that day. Afterward, they would send her to Mr. Liu. With that, they began dragging her out the door. At that moment, the phone she dropped on the floor rang. The man, fearing she would call for help, kicked the phone away. The CEO's younger brother noticed he couldn't reach her by phone, so he hired someone to investigate her whereabouts. Meanwhile, the CEO found the footage from that night at the bar. It turned out she had approached his brother to raise funds for her mother's surgery. Unexpectedly, his brother's friend had drugged her. This led her to spend the night with the CEO. The CEO realized he had misunderstood her, thinking she was selling herself. He wanted to find her and apologize, but he didn't know she was in danger. The girl's loud cries for help attracted the neighbors. Seeing this, the man had to let go of her. To dispel the neighbors' suspicions, her aunt pretended to cry, claiming that the girl had snuck out while her mother was unconscious to seduce men, and even got pregnant. The man beside her echoed the accusation. Hearing this, the neighbors gossiped that the girl was shameless. The girl fell to the ground helplessly, defending herself. But the man reprimanded her. She claimed that she was pregnant with the CEO's child. But to her surprise, this statement only invited everyone's ridicule.